Hi, my name is Jackelyn and welcome to your Total Body Super Chill Yoga Flow. We are here today at Vista Celestia, which is a beautiful hotel located in Uvita, Costa Rica. And I kid you not, that is not a green screen. That is very real. We are on the deck where we get an amazing overlook of the whale's tail, which is an iconic formation here in Uvita. I am so obsessed with this hotel and this trip that we've been having, so I decided to bring you along with me to do some yoga. Does that sound good? I hope you like it. I know we don't have the couch and the living room here, but I hope this is more visually appealing. All you're gonna need today is just your mat and yourself. That is it. If you have blocks or props that you typically like to use, feel free to bring them along for the ride. Otherwise, let's get started. Let's go ahead and get started by lying down on our mat in Shavasana. Okay, friends, get down however it is most comfortable. Oh my gosh, there's a toucan right there. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it is so cool. All right, go ahead and hug your knees into your chest to start, and you're just gonna go ahead and rock yourself side to side, massaging out that spine just a little bit. Taking some nice deep breaths. Good. Starting to tap into your body. And then go ahead and take your feet out to the width of your mat. Let those knees fall in together. Hands fall onto your belly, and then go ahead and close your eyes. Wherever you are in your day, morning, afternoon, evening, go ahead and just let all those thoughts, emotions, everything just start to chill out a little bit. That is the focus for today's class. Start by acknowledging your breath. Meet it where it's at. Notice if the breaths are shallow. Notice if the breaths are deep. If they are finding themselves to be shallow, go ahead and just start to extend them, maybe a moment at a time, a second at a time. The deeper you can make your breath, the more calm, the more relaxed we can start to feel in our bodies. Let all those thoughts, those feelings, those to-do lists just start to dissipate. You're right here on your mat with me, with yourself, and together we are going to find ourselves to be more chill. Release all your breath from your lungs. Take a big inhale. Open mouth, big exhale. 2 more times just like that. Fill your belly, your lungs. Sip a little bit more breath through the throat. And open mouth, let it go. One more time, just like that. And let it go. On your next inhale, extend your legs all the way long and then reach your hands behind your head. Big full body stretch here, tense all those muscles. And exhale, release your hands by your side. Good. Extend the right leg up to the sky, holding behind your hamstring or your calf, and go ahead. If not already, you can flutter those eyes open or you can keep them closed. Begin to point and flex your foot, opening up through the back of the leg. Nice, making little circles with your foot one direction and then the other direction. Good, and then hug your knees into your chest, just the right knee. Extend the left leg long, big stretch here. Good. Holding on to the shin or just below the knee, you're just gonna go ahead and make nice little hip circles. Good, reverse the other direction, starting to find a little bit of mobility. And then go ahead and release, extend that leg long. Left leg comes to the sky, hold behind the hamstring or the calf, whatever feels good in the beginning of your practice. Point and flex that foot. Good, maybe roll around that ankle. And other side. Good, how are you feeling? Good morning for me. It is currently 6 a.m., but I woke up 5 o'clock just to be here for you, so I am actually super awake. It's so bright. Hug the knee into the chest and then big stretch here. And I think Costa Rica has made me a morning person. I will tell you that. Good, and open up the hip one direction. Good, and then switch other direction. Amazing. Hug both knees into the chest. Give yourself a couple of rocks up and down on the mat if it feels good, and then make your way onto all fours. Hands come under your shoulders, knees come under your hips, and then let's keep that belly button tucked into the spine. You're gonna go ahead and rock yourself back into child's pose, and then rock yourself forward just a little bit over those wrists. Start to stretch out through those wrists. Rock back and forward. Good, one more time here, following it with that breath. Good, hold it here in child's pose when you get a chance. Maybe inch those fingertips a little bit further forward to find a stretch in that upper deep back. Breath in through the nose and breath out the mouth. Good. Crawl your hands all the way back towards your shins, and then go ahead and bring your knees towards each other. We're still on the tops of our feet. And you're just gonna go ahead and lean back a little bit, open up through the chest, and then start to lift up one knee at a time, stretching out the front of the shins, the front of the ankles. So often our feet are flexed walking around, existing, that it gets really tight here and we forget to stretch this. So this always feels super, super nice. If you're feeling crazy, are you? You can do both knees at the same time, but this can be super intense. So I recommend maybe sticking with one. You choose. When you're ready, go ahead and release, come all the way up. Interlace those hands behind your back, roll those shoulders together, open up the heart, open up the chest. Good. Inhale and exhale. Amazing. As you inhale, reach both arms all the way up to the sky and stay where you are. I'm just going to face you so you can see this a little bit better. Take your left hand down to the mat and then big stretch over, open up the side of the right body. Good. Bring it all the way back up. Right hand down, left arm comes over, open up side body. Good. One more each side. Inhale, lift, and exhale, reach. We are going to be super chill today, my friends. We're focusing on stretching, lengthening, releasing. Inhale, up, exhale, switch. All the good things. If you're looking for a stronger class, this is paired with our total body strong flow. So that we do over in the yoga deck, also here at Vista Celestial. It's very exciting. All right, go ahead and roll your shoulders forward a couple of times. Starting to release that tension through the shoulders and then roll it back so we open up through the chest. Good. Bring yourself to stillness here. Take your right hand, reach it away from you, and then go ahead and peel the ear down towards the opposite shoulder. I like extending that arm so that we lengthen through that entire top half of the body. Good, and then bring it all the way back to center. Switch it, left arm comes out, and then ear comes down to the other shoulder. Amazing, friends. Big breath in and big breath out. Good. Last thing we're going to do here in this position is open up through the wrists. So go ahead and take those fingertips facing back towards you, and then go ahead and big stretch here. If you want a deeper stretch through the wrists, you can just walk them forward. Whatever your handle abilities are today. Your handle abilities. You can tell it is 6 a.m. for me, can you? Brain is not fully functioned. Good. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Amazing. Go ahead and flip onto the back of your hand, so palms up towards the sky, and then take these elbow pits. You can't see them because my arms are covered, but you're going to shine them forward and away from you. Deep stretch through the back of the forearm. Ooh, that is intense. Intense but good. If you'd like to, you can also run those fingers up and down. Big stretch here. If you find that your elbows are bent because it's just so intense, you can also bring them up onto your thighs and go here. Make it work for you. I am so glad you are here with me. Costa Rica has been such an amazing trip. I have needed to relax, and I have, so that's awesome. All right, friends, and we're hoping to get you relaxed today as well. So let's continue on this journey. Hands come shoulder width apart, feet come hip width apart. Let's go ahead and pop ourselves up into a plank, or you can actually just start onto your knee plank, totally up to you. When you're ready, take a big breath in through the nose and exhale, press yourself into downward dog. Good, our first one of the morning. Go ahead and pedal your heels up and down, stretching out the back of the legs, stretching out the calves. Maybe shake your head, yes, I'm having a great time. And then shake your head, no, I don't want to leave. And then bring yourself all the way to stillness here. Inhale, roll yourself forward into high plank, shoulders over wrists, belly button to spine. Again, option knees to mat if it feels good. And then lower yourself all the way down to the ground. From here, slide those elbows under your shoulders, palms come out, and then lift your head up into a Sphinx pose. Again, soften those shoulders, deep breath, lengthen through the back, the neck. Option here, if you feel good, extend through those arms. This class is also great if you feel like you've just been powering through everything, which is what I tend to do in my workouts. I just feel like I have to be strong, but there is such a beautifulness to slowing down, and that is why we're here. Go ahead and lower yourself all the way down. Slide those hands back under the shoulders, and then go ahead and take your left arm out to the side of your mat, bend your right knee, and roll over onto your shoulder, opening up the chest. Good. Option here to open up that hand to the sky. Option to take that half bind, bring your hand behind your low back. And breathe. Good. Arm comes all the way back up, hand in, and then flip onto your belly again. Switch sides, right arm comes out, bend the left knee, and then roll over onto your shoulder. Option, hand lifts. Option, hand to low back. Good. When you're ready, peel yourself all the way back to the center. Hands under the chest. And this time, just a little mini baby cobra. Just so tiny. This is a little one. And then flip those toes. Flow through plank, knee, or toes. And then exhale, downward dog. Good. As you inhale, right leg comes up to the sky, three-legged dog. And then you're going to exhale, plant that heel in front of the other toe. Inhale, other leg comes up, and then plant that heel in front of the other toe. And you're gonna walk this tightrope all the way to the top of your mat. If it's intense, you need to bend your knees just like this. That is totally fine, or use blocks or come up to your fingertips. Whatever you can do until you make it all the way to the top of your mat. You're gonna grab opposite elbows here, bend those knees, and let your head fully release, looking behind your knees instead of at your toes. That way we give our whole back a release. Shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Release your hands fully into ragdoll. Keep those knees bent, and then slowly, gently, calmly roll all the way up to standing. Good. Head is the last thing to come up. Roll those shoulders back. Inhale, reach those arms up to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart. One more time. Inhale, reach. And exhale, cactus those arms. Elbows come out, chest opens up. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Good. From here, inhale, curl yourself, curl your spine, elbows touch. And then exhale, open all the way out. Two more times. Inhale, curl. Exhale, open. One more time, inhale, curl. And exhale, open. Good. From here, inhale, arms reach to the sky. Left hand comes down to the thigh, and then reach the right arm over. Same as before, this time standing, maybe getting a deeper stretch to the side body. Good, lift on up, and other side, big stretch. Grounding through the feet, pressing into the blades of the foot, and then exhale, come up. Good, roll the shoulders back. Ooh, I'm starting to feel so long. I'm like so tall. I hope you are too. Big inhale, both arms come up, and exhale, nice deep forward fold. Awesome. From here, go ahead and take your right leg all the way back in a nice long lunge. And we're gonna start by rocking ourselves forward and backwards, focusing on the stretch through the foot and the ankle. So stretching back through that heel, stretching forward, finding some mobility in this front ankle. This is a key thing. A lot of times we are told, you know, don't bring the knee over the toes. And there is truth to that because we want to make sure we protect our joints when we're doing heavy loads. But there are times when our knees go over our toes in our daily life, right? Like walking down the stairs, reaching for something and we're not feeling like moving all the way, we're just like here. So finding flexibility in that front ankle is really important. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna drop that back knee, maybe scooch it forward a little bit, and then just ever so gently keep stretching ourselves forward until you find a nice little stretch point for this front ankle. And also you're gonna feel it in your calf as well. Be mindful of that knee. If it starts to feel too much, just back off a little bit. But we just want to give a little bit of more dynamic movement stretch in this front ankle. Good. If you have blocks, you can also use it to stabilize yourself. If not, you're totally good. And then when you're ready, go ahead and shift back. Knee comes over the ankle, like normal. Okay, bring that back knee, scooch it back, and inhale, arms come up. Nice low lunge. Awesome. Remember to soften those shoulders. Another toucan. I can't tell if you can see it. I think it might be out of frame, but I hope that it moves so you can see it. Oh, this is so exciting. When you're ready, take both hands behind your back, interlace those fingers, roll the shoulders together, and open up the heart. Oh my gosh, it is so cool. It is so cool, my friends. Good, look up towards the sky. And then when you're ready, release those hands down, frame that foot. Go ahead and shift yourself back into a half split. Hips shift over that back knee and then flex this front foot. Nice. We're going to hold it here for just a second and we are just going to make this a little bit more intense. You're going to take this front foot and peel the toes back towards you, like manually pull them. Yes, good. Give them some care and love. You can even hold your foot and guide your toes back. Woo. Good. Go ahead and rock yourself forward and then toe heel your foot out to the edge of your mat into lizard pose, opening up that knee and closing it on up. Good. A couple more just like this. Open and close. Open and close. Nice. One more here. Keep that knee open. Inhale, left arm comes up and sweeps all the way around. And close it up right here. Close that foot. And then when you're ready, step back, downward dog. Good. Inhale, roll yourself forward, high plank. Release those knees down, release your whole body down. Inhale, shoulders roll back, lift that heart up. And exhale, child's pose. Good. Here in child's pose, you're going to take your fingertips, walk them over to the right corner of your mat, big side body stretch. You want to plant your hand down and then jut your hip away from those fingertips. Good, and then bring it back in. Walk your hands other side. Plant them down, jut the hip the other way, big stretch. Good, and then bring it back to the center. Amazing. Plant those hands and then spinal wave your way into downward dog all the way up. Bend those knees, look forward, and then exhale, step or float your feet to the top of the mat. Nice forward fold. From here, Bend those knees and slowly roll up all the way to the top. Nice and slow, nice and controlled. Inhale, arms come up, big stretch. Exhale, cactus. Good. This time, inhale, arms come up. Turn to your right side, big twist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, turn to the other side. And big lift. Good. And then hands come to your heart. Good. From here, arms come out to a T. You're going to go ahead and interlace those fingers, roll those shoulders back into themselves, and then go ahead and fold forward. Good. Option to bend your knees, let your belly rest on your thighs, or you can keep them straight, whatever feels good to you. Let your head, neck, shoulders fully release. Hands come all the way back down to the ground, and then step your left leg to the back of the mat. Nice long lunge. Good. Same thing, other side. Go ahead and rock yourself forwards and backwards. Big stretch here for those hips. Amazing. And then now we're going to again work through that front ankle. So go ahead and drop that back knee and then go ahead and shift your weight into the front foot, being okay with that knee passing your toes. Nice. Stretching out through the front of the foot, stretching through the hips. Everything is starting to feel real good. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Good. Nice. Not being afraid to find that stretch through the ankle. Yes, a little bit back through this Achilles, all the things. And then when you're ready, back off just a little bit and come into our normal low lunge. Inhale, arms come all the way up to the sky, and exhale, let those hips sink forward. Big stretch here. Good. Hands come behind you, roll those shoulder blades together, open up that heart. Same thing. Other side, but feels different. Good. As you inhale, lift those arms up, frame that front foot, and then go ahead and straighten out that front leg. Option to flex your foot. Nice. And then second option, you know what to do. Grab your foot, curl those toes towards you. Woo! Let that stretch just happen. Just let it happen. It's good. Nice. And then release. Bring that foot back down. Toe heel your foot to the edge of the mat. Open up into lizard pose. Coming to the blade of that foot, opening up through the hip and close. I am so grateful you are here today with me. It's just amazing to be able to do a whole 60-minute class with you. That's so fun. And I'm hands-free. I have two hands. Baby isn't here. She's sleeping, I think. I'm just kidding. She's with my husband, and she should be sleeping. But I don't know. She gives him a run for his money. Go ahead and hold yourself all the way out here in that lizard pose. Inhale, right arm reaches up, and then give me a nice little twist all the way back. Good. Inhale, arms come up. Close that foot, and then step yourself all the way back into that downward dog. Amazing. Inhale, roll yourself forward, high plank. Exhale, knees or all the way down. Inhale, lift the heart, cobra or upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Good. We're going to do that one more time, taking a deeper pause in each pose. Inhale, roll yourself forward, high plank, pausing right here. Taking a moment to see if your mind has wandered elsewhere, bring it right back. Today, your only job is to be here, to find the chill, and you don't have to do anything else. It's beautiful. Lower your knees down, lower your whole body down. Inhale, shoulders roll back, lift up into upward dog. Pause here for just a second. So hands are under your shoulders, shoulders are peeled back, thighs are off the mat, and then heart is reaching forward. Good. If this is too intense, release those knees down, bend those elbows, and then press into your hips and your hands as you lift. From here, look over your right shoulder. Look over your left shoulder. Hello. And look back forward. Release those knees, curl your toes, and press back into downward dog. Amazing. On your next inhale, bend those knees, look forward. Exhale, step or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. And exhale, cactus. Again, inhale, reach. And this time, as you exhale, turn over to the right side. And this time, grab onto those hips, allowing yourself to pull deeper into a stretch. Good. Inhale, unwrap those arms up. And then exhale, twist to the other side. Grab whatever you can and see if you can pull deeper into a stretch. Good. Inhale, unwrap. And then exhale, forward fold. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, release. Good. Shake out your head, your neck, your shoulders. From here, go ahead and lift yourself into standing L. So right leg comes up to the sky. Lengthen through the spine, all of the things. And then when you're ready, plant that back foot down. Lift up into a full crescent lunge. Arms come to the sky. As you inhale, open up warrior two. Dip those fingertips forward. And then exhale, reverse your warrior. Big ol' stretch. And then make your way into triangle pose. Straightening out that front leg, lifting that top arm to the sky. Good. Peel your shoulder back in line with your hip. We're looking for this big side body stretch here and a deep stretch through the inner thigh and the hamstring. Good. Option for deeper stretch, bring that top arm over. Amazing. And then go ahead and sweep your hands through to the middle of your mat in a wide forward fold. Good. From here, I want you to find whatever movement feels good. Maybe shaking yourself side to side, moving the hips, maybe finding twists, whatever you want. You go crazy. Have fun with it. Take a few moments, find your movement, find your joy. And then when you're ready, meet me back in the center for that wide-legged forward fold. From here, you're gonna go ahead and take those toes and bring them in a little bit and then jet those heels out. We're finding this really intense, somewhat uncomfortable because it's so deep, stretch through the outer calf right there. It's a feeling. Hold, let yourself come all the way down and stretch. Good. One big breath here, inhale. And open mouth, exhale. Good. Gently peel yourself up. Woo! And then toes point forward again. Yay, thank you. Keep that left hand down and inhale, right arm twist up. Option, find that bind through the hip. Good. Open up again and return. Other side. Left arm comes up and twist. Option for a little bind. And then undo that. Come all the way down. From here, take your hands out to a T, nice and strong, flat back, and lift yourself all the way up. Hello. Inhale, arms come up to the sky. And then exhale, hands interlace behind you. Roll those shoulders together. Again, I know this one's intense. And then fold yourself forward. Good. Head, neck, shoulders totally release. Inhale, release those hands down, flatten your back, and then exhale, lift all the way up. Good. From here, we're gonna go open up, warrior two, other side. All right, so our right knee is forward, our left leg is behind us, heel intersects that middle of the foot. Words, hard. Inhale, dip your fingertips forward. And exhale, reverse your warrior. Beautiful, friends. Inhale, dip forward again. Straighten out that leg and dip into your triangle pose. Good. So in triangle pose, I think a good way to show you is this direction. What happens is sometimes we come here, we're reaching forward, it's really tight through that hamstring. What I want you to do is move your hand back, use a prop, use a block if you want to, and then peel yourself in line with the rest of your body. So reaching forward, if that's what we've got, it is fine, but coming here is going to find length through the inner thigh, the hamstring, and the side of the body. So hopefully that helps as a visual. Okay, option friends, reach your arms forward if you like. Deep, deep breath. Good, and then again, option to find that half bind. Amazing. Go ahead and cartwheel your hands to the back of your mat and then lift that back leg up, standing L, other side. Good. Hold it here, one big breath, and then exhale, plant your feet together. Bottom of your mat. Good. From here, lower your hips all the way back to your heels till your ankles into a ball. Hands come forward, and then with control, maybe sit yourself back and then turn yourself forward. Back to me, hello. I was like, oh, you might not be able to see me, so let's fix that on up. From here, go ahead and take yourself into a butterfly stretch, though, so the feet are together, knees come out wide, hold on to those ankles. Roll your shoulders back, open up the heart. Good. Inhale here, and exhale. Amazing. We're going to find ourselves into a double pigeon. So you're going to take your right ankle over your left knee, right ankle over your left knee, and you're going to try to find this double pigeon fire log. If you have a lot of space here, which is what happens when you have a very tight hips, it's okay. You can take a block, a blanket, or a pillow and place it here to rest on, bringing the ground closer to you. Once you're here, roll those shoulders back, inhale, arms up. And exhale, turn over to your left side and then find that twist. Good. Inhale, lift those arms up. And exhale, turn to the other side, big twist. Inhale, back to the center. And exhale, forward, fold, reach, and stretch. So good, so intense. When you're ready, crawl yourself all the way back in and then switch it other side. Woo! Ankle comes over the other knee, so we have left ankle, right knee. I have to think real hard because it's still early and we are facing opposite of each other. Roll those shoulders back, inhale, arms up, and then exhale, twist over to your right side. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Good. Inhale all the way back up, and exhale, twist other side. Good. Inhale back to the center, and our favorite, and a bow forward. Good work, my friends. Sometimes when things are really tight, we tend to hold back, we tend to squeeze, we tend to, but here it's intense, lean into it. Actively feel yourself say, okay, that is hard, but I'm gonna allow it to happen. And then good things come. Our bodies open up, we relax, and then we feel real good after. One more breath here. And then gently peel yourself all the way back in, sitting tall, and shoulders come back. From here, you're gonna go ahead and take your left leg out to the side, so just peel it up and over. Take that foot to the inside of the thigh, and then we're gonna reach our right arm up, and then big side body stretch. Good. Reaching as far as you can, keeping these toes pointed up, making sure they're not flaring forward or backwards. And then inhale, lift up, both arms up, facing your leg, and then reach forward, forward fold. Good. Inhale, slowly peel yourself all the way up, shoulders back. Let's switch it other side. Foot comes into the inner thigh, arms reach high, and then forward or side fold, all the folds. Good work, my friends. I think what I'm learning most on this trip is the beauty of slowing down. We've been having slow mornings, slow breakfast, not planning the trip too hard either. Inhale, lift all the way up, face your thigh and fold forward. I'm usually the type who plans because it makes it easier once you're on the trip. Then you're like, okay, I don't need to research once I'm here. I've already done all the research. But what I've done differently for this trip is I've done the research and then say, you know, it may or may not thunderstorm tomorrow, so we have to be flexible. And there's been such a beauty to that. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Kind of just going with how we're feeling instead of what I felt a couple weeks ago when I was researching. So leaning into that has been really, really amazing. Slowly come all the way up. I'd like to know what kind of traveler you are. Let me know in the comments. Roll those shoulders back. Beautiful, friends. When you're ready, cartwheel those hands to the top of your mat. And then make your way back onto all fours. From here, we're coming into a cat-cow, continuing our spinal work. So as you inhale, let the belly drop, look all the way up to the sky. Big, big stretch. Exhale, chin to chest. Round it out. 2 more times. Inhale, look up. And exhale, round out. 1 more time. Inhale, look up. And exhale, round. Good. This time, bring yourself to a tabletop position, neutral spine. And then what you're going to do is send your right leg back. And then if you feel good, left arm forward. Nice. Hold it here for a second, finding that strength in the stillness. Good. If you'd like to, you can bend that back knee, reach your arm around, and find a nice little stretch here. If that is feeling really intense, keep that hand down and just bend that knee, point the toe, and then kick the heel towards the booty. Whatever feels good for you. 1 big stretch. Inhale and exhale. Good. Release your hand from your foot if you haven't already. Take that right foot and then swing it all the way behind you and find that nice big stretch here. You can even jet your hip out to the side or just stay where you are. And then gently bring yourself all the way back to the center. Other side, left foot extends. Find your balance, find your strength, tighten that core, and then reach the opposite hand forward. Good. From here, option to point that toe, kick the heel towards the booty, and then option to find that foot if you'd like. Big stretch. Good. Gently release if you haven't already. Kick that foot over to the side. Big stretch. Wonderful job, my friends. Bring yourself all the way back to the center. Keep those toes curled and then exhale, downward dog. Nice. Keep pressing, pressing, pressing. Inhale, right leg comes to the sky. And exhale, knee comes to the wrist. And then we're going to kick ourselves out into half pigeon. Good. So as you're here, we're going to try to get our shin a little bit more parallel to the front of the mat if possible. It's obviously very intense to do that. So just get as best as you can, and then we want to square our hips forward. Shine the heart up. Take a deep breath. And we're going to start with some movement before we settle into the stillness. So you're gonna take your hands out wide from the mat, and we're gonna do something called hip ups. I believe I've done this in a couple other videos, but it's really one of my favorite moves to open up the hips. So weight into the fingertips, some weight into the hips, and then you're just going to send your chest down and then lift yourself up. So because they're called hip ups, more weight is into the hips. The fingers take some because it's very intense, but they're more for balance. The hips are getting that nice deep dynamic stretch. So inhale, take yourself down, and then exhale, lift on up. Good, couple more like this, your own time, your own breath. And again, remember before I said, when things are hard, when things are difficult, we tend to step back. We tend to clench our bodies. We hold ourselves from allowing it to happen. I want you to lean into this, lean into the uncomfortableness, lean into the intensity, and then allow yourself to feel the change. Good. Bring yourself up on your next one and then hold it here. If you're ready, if it feels good, go ahead and bring yourself forward into a little sleepy pigeon. Good. Take a few deep breaths here. With each breath, feel those muscles actively go, actively release. Give yourself that opportunity to stretch. One more deep breath in and a deep breath out. When you're ready, gently lift yourself all the way up. Plant those hands, curl your back toe, and then find your way into downward dog. Ooh, good. Option here to bring that leg up and do any counter movements that feel good. Hip circles, scorpions, whatever. Find that blood flowing through your hips again. All right. Next inhale, left leg comes to the sky, three-legged dog. And then exhale, pigeon on the other side. Hi. Okay, settle into your place, get comfy, get cozy, and then go ahead and take your hands all the way out, wide on the mat. Good, soften those shoulders. Let yourself fall down into those hip ups, and then press back up. Couple more times, take it down, and then lift up. Down and lift, and one more time for the hip ups. Take it down. Good. Option to hold yourself right here into our sleeping pigeon. Close your eyes if that feels good. Check in with your body, check in with your breath. How do you feel right now? And allowing those emotions, those feelings to take just a momentary stay and then let them check back out. Yeah, just be like, hey, cool. And then just let it flow. Just let it keep flowing. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. When you're ready, plant those hands back. And then inch your way back into that three-legged dog or downward dog, whatever you have to do to get the movement back into your legs. Good. Inhale, roll yourself forward back into that high plank, into tabletop. Okay, you're gonna take your right hand behind your head. You're gonna do a nice big open through the spine, and then exhale, tap that opposite wrist. 2 more times. Inhale, lift, and exhale, tap. One more time. Inhale, lift, and then exhale, tap. This one, tap your hand all the way through. Thread the needle. Left arm comes up. Shift those hips right back over the knees. They have a tendency to shift to the side. So big stretch for the spine and the upper back here. Option to take that top hand, find your hip, and make your way into a bind. One more breath, and exhale. Good. Take that top arm and reach it over to the top of your mat. So finding a nice big long stretch through the side body here. Plant that hand back towards your face and lift all the way back up. Take that right arm and reach towards the sky and then plant it down. Good. Left hand behind the head. Inhale, open up. And exhale, tap the elbow to wrist. Good. 2 more times. Inhale, lift. And exhale, tap. 1 more time. Inhale, lift. And exhale, tap. This time, hand comes all the way through. Thread that needle. Nice big stretch. Realign the hips over the knees. And then again, option arm comes up. Good. Option arm finds the back. Nice. And then one more option, hand reaches over, top of the mat, nice long stretch and length through the body. Inhale and exhale. Good. Plant that hand back towards your face. Lift the left arm all the way up, big twist, and exhale, palms down. Keep your hips right over your knees. You're just gonna go ahead and walk your hands forward. Nice little puppy dog. Continue to open through the spine and through the chest. One more inhale and exhale. Slowly peel yourself up. Walk those hands back. Amazing. Curl those toes. Press back into downward dog. Inhale, right leg comes to the sky. And exhale, step the right foot in between your hand and drop that back knee. From here, you're going to toe heel your foot out towards the edge of the mat, kind of like we did before. Open up, big twist here, and then this time, option to bend your knee, find that foot, and stretch through the quad. I know. So this is going to be intense. We're going to do a little bit of dynamicness before we settle into the chill. So as you inhale, you're going to draw the heel back as much as you comfortably but intensely can, and then exhale, release. Inhale, heel in, woo, and release, exhale. One more time, inhale, bend the knee, even more, and then exhale, release. This time, you're not gonna be able to really see it, but you're gonna feel it. So keep your hand where it is, keep that foot where it is, and then I want you to kick into your hand. Ooh, and release. And I forgot to mention, you can use a towel or strap here if it's too hard to find that foot, which it can be really hard. And then relax in this position. And 2 more times, kick into the hand, kick, 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 ooh, and release. 1 more time, big kick, 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 and release. And then from here, I want you to draw the heel in. You'll find a difference, it's intense, it's good. 1 more breath, oh my gosh. And then exhale, let it go. Amazing. Release that foot, and then a wide-legged half split here. This time we're going to keep the foot planted on the ground to find that stretch to the front of the ankle. Whew. Oh my gosh. Sorry, it was so intense I forgot to give you options before we started. And then go ahead and release. Step back, downward dog. Inhale, left leg reaches to the sky. And then exhale, knee into the nose. 1 more time, inhale, left leg reaches, and exhale, step it between your hand and drop that back knee. Toe heel your foot over to the edge of the mat, and then we do the other side. Again, options. Let's go through options first. Your hand can be on a block here, so you can be raised. You can also come all the way up here and find your stretch from there. If you're next to your couch or a sturdy chair, you can also hold on to that. And then last option, towel or strap for that back foot. Okay, I apologize, that came halfway through, but I know you forgive me. All right, friends, when you're ready, big open twist. Woo. And then find that foot. Okay. Dynamic first. As you inhale, draw the heel in. And exhale, relax. 2 more times, draw the heel in. Exhale, relax. 1 more time, heel comes in. And exhale, relax. Good. This time, kick the foot into the hand. Inhale, kick the foot, big push. And release. 2 more times, big kick. And release. Last time, big kick. And release. And then draw the heel in as close as you can. Feel that stretch. Be one with it. Inhale. Exhale. And let it go. My goodness. Quad love is what just happened there. Extend that front leg, half splits, but this time keep the foot planted, stretching through the front ankle. Soften the breath, everything is good. So chill, so happy. Everything is stretched. I hope you feel that too. On your next inhale, plant those hands down, curl that back foot, step back into downward dog. Lift the right leg up, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, we're evening it out. 1 more time, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. And this time, slide the shins all the way through until both are under you. Good. From here, you're gonna take your hands to your lower back, palms supporting. Roll those shoulders close to each other and then open up. Heart opens, good. Amazing. Feeling all that air and sunshine, if you have it. But just accepting your new day, your new feeling, this new energy flowing through your body. Accept it, receive it. Inhale, arms come up and then come all the way to the top of your shins. And then if you have a block or support, you can use that. You can alternatively come onto your toes. We're gonna take our right hand down towards our heel and then just a little half camel reaching over and behind us. Good. Gently peel up and switch it other side, hand down to the heel, and then open and lift through the hip. Good. Gently peel up, send those hips back, and then other side again. We'll do 1 more each side because it feels so good. Open, open, open. And then send those hips back and switch other side. Good. And then send those hips all the way back. Amazing. From here, you can stay where you are. I'm going to turn towards you so we can see each other a little bit better. We're staying onto our shins, and then you can release back to the tops of your feet. Shoulders come back. As you inhale, arms come up, and then exhale, hands come to your hips. You're going to dip your right hand down, and left leg extends out, and then open up, rainbow through here, kind of like a modified side plank. We just want to keep reaching, keep stretching. Good. And then from here, open up your chest towards the sky. And then close it back to the front. Bend through those hips and then reach all the way forward. And then switch sides. Knee comes here. Lift up. Extend. Hand down. Some variation of that movement. And then come all the way up. Good. Huge side body stretch, and then open up the chest towards the sky. And then back forward. Amazing. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And send those hips back, and the knees come in. Good work, friends. Roll those shoulders forward, and roll those shoulders back. Awesome. All right, if you're already at the top of your mat, awesome. If not, come make your way there. Hug your knees into your chest, and then you're going to curl up, balance on that tailbone, and then give me a couple of rocks up and down on the mat. There we go. Oh, good, and then hold it out all the way here. Amazing. Take that right ankle, place it over your left thigh, and then draw the knee in towards the chest. Good. And then go ahead and switch, or don't switch yet. Go ahead and take that knee, fully cross it over the other knee, and then let them fall out to the side. Seated or supine twist. Good. Make it all the way back to the center. Left ankle, right thigh. Bring it back in. Good. And then continue that cross, knee over knee. Open up and twist. Good. Make your way back to the center. Hug your knees in tight. One more time. Lift your chin towards those knees. Curl yourself like a ball. And then when you're ready, big stretch all the way out into Shavasana. Take up as much space as you want and can. Palms to the sky, feet fall away from each other, shoulders soften into the earth, and breath grows deep. Good. Begin to let go of everything, anything, and take these next few moments all to yourself. Begin to deepen your breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Gently wiggle your fingers and your toes. And then hug those knees into the chest. Give them a big, big squeeze. When you're ready, roll over onto your favorite side. Keep your eyes closed. And on your next inhale, press yourself up into a comfortable seated position. Roll your shoulders back. Place your hands on your knees, palms to the sky. And continue to hang out with that breath. Nice, long, deep inhales and exhales. Taking this moment right here, I want you to think of something that gives you peace. A thought, an idea, a person, whatever first comes to your mind, bring it into your heart. Feel how that feeling softens you through your shoulders, through your jaw, through your eyebrows, through your whole body. Allow that feeling of peace to sit with you, not just now, but maybe into the rest of your day. Know that you can come back here whenever you need to. All it takes is a breath. Place both hands on top of your heart and release all your breath. Take one big inhale and a sigh of relief. Draw your fingertips to your forehead and let it go. Thank you so much for being here with me, for sharing your energy, your light, and your presence. Namaste. We did it! Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed this total body, super chill yoga flow. We got to stretch, we got to hang out, and we got to be in beautiful Costa Rica together. If you have any questions or requests, let me know in the comments below, and I can't wait to see you again soon. Bye!